East London, a city alive with noise, light and stories. But beneath the surface, not every story is told in daylight. On the banks of the River Lear, 10 days after a woman vanished, police found a suitcase. Inside was the body of 24-year-old Suma Begum. What followed would reveal a crime so chilling it reached across continents and unfolded in front of a camera thousands of miles away. Suma Begum was born in Bangladesh. At 20, she married Aminan Rahman, a chef living in the United Kingdom. Their marriage was arranged through family, a phone ceremony linking two lives across oceans. In 2019, Suma joined Rahman in London. They settled in the Docklands area of Tower Hamlets, where they raised two young children. Friends described Suma as gentle, hopeful, and eager to build a future for her kids. But those close to her noticed something else. She seemed isolated. Her husband, nearly twice her age, controlled most aspects of her life: finances, friends, even where she went. Then, during the long nights at home, Suma began connecting online. On TikTok, she met a man named Shahin Maya, a 24-year-old living in the United Arab Emirates. Their connection was instant. What began as friendly chats soon turned emotional and eventually romantic. Over time, Rahman found out about the relationship. He saw messages. He saw Suma on video calls, smiling at someone who wasn't him. To him, this was betrayal, a humiliation he couldn't bear. Prosecutors later said Rahman was controlling and manipulative. Suma, meanwhile, told her online partner that she wanted to leave. But in homes like theirs, behind closed doors, leaving isn't always simple. Rahman's anger grew. He began recording Suma secretly, tracking her conversations and threatening her. Then came the night of April 29th, 2023. The night everything changed. It was a Saturday evening. Suma was home with her children. Rahman made a video call, not to a friend, not to the police, but to Shahin Maya, Suma's online boyfriend. On the other side of the world in the UAE, Shahin picked up. What he saw next would haunt him forever. According to his testimony, he saw Rahman standing in the flat, holding the phone. He heard Suma scream. Suma scream.
"Look, I have killed her. Now you get ready."
Shahin froze. He saw Suma collapse, foam appearing at her mouth. He screamed into the phone, but the line went dead. Shahin scream. In the flat, Rahman stuffed Suma's body into a large suitcase. CCTV later showed him leaving the building, carrying one of his children in one arm and the suitcase in the other. Moments later, he walked toward the River Lear. 10 days passed. Neighbors began to ask where Suma had gone. Then, on May 9th, 2023, a passerby noticed something floating near a riverbank. A suitcase, waterlogged, heavy, caught in reeds. Inside, detectives found Suma Begum. Detectives from the Metropolitan Police quickly pieced together the evidence. CCTV from Rahman's building matched the suitcase and his movements that night. Digital records confirmed the call to Shahin Maya. They traced Rahman to an address in East London where he was arrested. In interviews, Rahman denied killing Suma intentionally. He claimed they argued that she collapsed. But the evidence was overwhelming. Shahin's testimony, the CCTV, and forensic results told another story. A deliberate, violent act of control. In July 2024, more than a year later, Rahman stood trial at the Old Bailey. The jury listened to every detail: the video call, the suitcase, the children nearby. The judge described it as one of the most shocking crimes imaginable. A husband killing his wife in front of another man, while their children were present. Rahman was found guilty of murder and of preventing a lawful burial. His sentence, life in prison with a minimum of 22 years. Justice, perhaps. But for Suma's family, nothing could bring her back. Charities supporting victims of domestic abuse, including Savera UK, issued statements mourning Suma's death. They said her case was a reminder that domestic abuse often escalates when someone tries to leave, and that technology can become a weapon. Suma's two young children are now without their mother, and their father will spend decades behind bars. This case also revealed deeper issues: cultural isolation, the challenges faced by immigrant women, and the hidden dangers of control masked as love. In the UK alone, an average of one woman every 3 days is killed by a current or former partner. Behind each statistic is a story like Suma's, a woman who wanted freedom but found herself trapped. Suma's story raises painful but necessary questions. How can communities better protect women who feel isolated or controlled? How can technology, once a bridge for connection, be used to safeguard rather than expose victims? And how can we all learn to recognize the warning signs of abuse before it's too late? For every tragic case like this, there are countless survivors who manage to escape and rebuild their lives. Their stories don't make headlines, but they show that change is possible. 10 days in a river, a video call across the world, 2 children left behind. Suma Begum's story reminds us that even in a digital age, human cruelty can still find its way through a screen. But awareness and compassion can also travel that same path. If you or someone you know is experiencing domestic abuse, please reach out to local helplines or authorities. No one should suffer in silence. Thank you for watching the Mux Files, and this was the story of Suma Begum, the woman whose final moments were seen across the world. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel.